Well, I'm back. What's up, guys? PoppedBit here. Really excited for today. Finally getting out to make a riding video, which I have not done in months now, but life happens, life gets busy, so really excited to be here. One announcement I have is the Rollchart site is live. Link will be right at the top of the description. Live, beta, whatever. So go check that out. I appreciate all your guys' feedback on that. It's been a long time coming. I think 5 months in development here. Learned a lot just about the tech in general, and I'm really excited for the features that I've implemented on that. So let me know what you think. Make sure to hit the report a bug button and give me a detailed bug report. Don't say this doesn't work. That's not helpful for me, even though I do include a bunch of stuff in the report, like what page you're on and stuff. But if you don't give me anything to work with, I can't fix it. Anyways, that's roll-charts.com. roll-charts.com. Today I'll be putting my money where my mouth is and actually using a Rollchart route generated by my site. I have the quad lock on here, so I'm just gonna stick it on my handlebars where my phone normally goes. No phone GPS, no Garmin Zumo, just Rollchart route. And we're gonna see how accurate it is. I'm probably gonna take some notes on the distances my odometer reads and what got printed on here. This route was generated by the Google URL feature I implemented on the site. So I built this using just Google Maps, putting pins on the map, and it connects it via route. So you say, I want to go from here to here, but you add stops in between. I took the share URL from that, pasted it into the site, and it generated the route in the system that I could then print. It did need a couple little cleanup things, especially when you add like different stops on your route. It adds a couple extra things that you might want to consolidate into a single instruction. Say you actually don't want to pull over at something you're going to drive by, you just needed it to force the route to go that way. I had to clean that up a little bit, so I took the distance and added it to the previous instruction because I wasn't going to stop at that park. I just needed that park as a waypoint because Google Maps tries to give you the fastest way to get somewhere, which isn't often the back dirt roads. Today will probably be about, I don't know, once I start using the Rollchart, 80% dirt. So I'm excited to see. It's a really good test. One thing that would be really nice is if I had a Rollchart holder that had an open face to it, so no plastic on the front, so I could take notes and stuff on the paper itself. But I'll just take notes on my phone. Honestly, it's time to gas up and get on the road. One more thing I forgot today. I'm doing a first impressions on the MSR Explorer ADV jacket. It's a lot heavier than the jacket I normally ride with, which was getting a little tight in the tummy. And that was a mesh jacket. I think it was the Revit Eclipse 1 I normally would wear, which was great, but got a little tight and also didn't have the back protection that this jacket does. So I'm excited to have kind of a multi-season all-around jacket that's waterproof. That one definitely wasn't. But today it's a little warm, so I'm glad that this jacket has the 6 vents it does. There's pairs of vents on the back, chest, and arms, so I'm definitely going to be making full use of those, as well as all the vents on my matching pants. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to have all the pockets too, so let's get on the road.
All right. We've made it to the start of the Rollchart route. Just need to pull into the parking lot there and hit that address, and then reset the odometer, and we'll be off to the races. So let's get down there and officially kick this thing off. Oh, this is my first time with this audio setup, so we'll see if it works. I actually went past it on accident. I didn't mean to keep going, but it's the address is for a business, and their signage isn't the best. Oh, come on, dude. Alright. Oh, and we gotta put away our GPS when we get there, too, because we're not GPSing. Alright, it's somewhere up here on the left. I think it's where that red truck is. It's a junkyard. Alright, we made it. Now let's turn this up, turn left at the first cross street onto Canyons Emmett. So we gotta reset. How do I do that? Move our mode and press and hold. Alright, we are at 0. Alright, we're going. Alright, at 0.1 miles, we turn. Same time, bud. I guess that was at 0.1 miles, so I'd say that was a success. Alright, 0.9, turn left onto Frozen Dog Road. Alright. So far, so good. The font size is good. I think I did good on that route. I could definitely see how, if you're on like a, I don't know, some kind of a rally ride with, you know, every 0.1 miles there's a turn, having a more dense, compact view. And I've seen those before where it's like icon or like bear right, bear left, and the mileage. Very, you know, one line per instruction, where this is like 5 per instruction, where you can only really see one on a, you know, I guess you could call it a page. So, that's kind of my first impressions right now of not having used one before, is that maybe a more compressed view would look good. You know, cut out the GPS and coordinates and the little divider lines for instructions, and really don't try to church it up. Alright, this is our turn. 0.9, right on the dot. We're 2 for 2 right now. I need to put away my GPS though, because we are not supposed to be using it. So we'll just unplug that, put that right there, and then we'll just roll this up now, you know. 8.1 miles, turn right onto Montour Road. Alright, now we can just focus on some riding right now. Look at that, no phone, no GPS, just paper maps. Well, kind of a paper map. Want to give a shout out to all my homies who are at Giant Loop Ride right now. Didn't work out this year to make it, but next year I will 100% be there. Hey, Ramble! It's always that first moment when you go off the pavement, and it still makes my butt clench a little bit. Super interested to see how the Google Maps, you know, distances I have on my paper, how accurate they end up being compared to what my odometer ends up saying. Because, you know, on a motorcycle you can do your happy little swerves, you're frolicking, as I call it. Or in a car you don't really get as much leeway with that, and you know, if you're not going in a straight line, your distance isn't going to be the same. Putting this quad lock on this Rollchart holder was the best idea I had. I don't even think the mounts it came with could have actually gotten around these handlebars. And having it way down there, out of sight, would have been not as fun. Granted, this route really has decent gaps between stuff. I think early on, you know, after this next turn, there's a couple little switches you have to do a little hop, skip, and a jaunt onto a main road, but I just don't want to be looking down there like that. Like, I feel like I'm looking down right now at my odometer, and it's pretty deep down there. I guess one thing I never really talked about on this channel was beginning of last October, I drove to Bend, Oregon, and did the 2-day Ride Adventures beginner ADV training. I filmed a little bit of stuff there. Day one I didn't, because it was kind of all at the facility, and I didn't really think it would have been super appropriate for me to just, you know, record, you know, the class, the instructors, all that stuff. Like, that's their thing that they're selling, and it wouldn't be right to do that, I felt like, in my mind. But overall, it was a really good experience. Almost froze to death on the way over. I was not prepared. I had my old jacket that was all mesh. Sucked. One of many problems I had driving across the great, vast, empty plains of Oregon. It was really fun. Day one was really good. Fundamentals, slow speed riding, maneuvers. There was really a varying degree of people there. Most people had decent riding experience. A couple guys had come down from Canada to rent some bikes. A couple drops. I dropped it once doing a low speed turn and tried to get a little fancy on the lean, and then I bailed. I had just got done installing these bark busters on the bike and put a gouge in them. I was like, damn it. Overall, lots of fun. The only thing I was disappointed we didn't do day one was like the slow speed, I don't know what you call those, like the clutch races where you try to be the last one across the finish line without putting your feet down. I don't know. What are those called? Leave a comment. Let me know. There was one guy there on a Himalayan, which was hilarious. It's hard. One of the things we did was starting from a stop with no gas, giving it no throttle, just feather the clutch out until you start moving. Knowing my Himalayan, there's no way it would have done that. You've got to give that thing so much freaking gas. And then day 2, we went out and did, I guess it would have been part of the Oregon BDR part 4. A lot of it I had ridden before, and it had it rained. Like, it rained on me when I was on the way over, and that's why I was so frozen. So there's a really moon dusty part I rode at the Dork in the Road camp out last August. And it was really packed down and actually really easy to ride. Where I remember it was kind of terrifying when I did it a few months prior. Alright, where are we at? 7.8? Less than, oh, we're going to 8.1. We're doing a right turn. Oh, good. We're going to get nice and dusted out. I love it. I love it. Boop, boop, boop. 8.0. 8.1. Alright. We're a little bit off. 8.2 on the odometer, and that's about where the turn is. So that I'm going to chalk up to maybe because I had to do a little piecewicing of the route and add some numbers together, or that's kind of a rounding error maybe, where to force the Google Maps route to go this way, I had to add points, and one of which was on the way over there. So I had to cut out the stop and start point instruction there and then add the numbers together to get the total distance between the two instructions, essentially. So I'm going to chalk that up to a slight rounding error, maybe, where maybe if it had been a consecutive route generated by Google instead of me piecing together multiple, the number wouldn't have done it. But maybe it's possible I could get a little more precision out of the route, and so that's something I'm definitely going to have to look into. So let's see what we got here. 8.8, turn left. And then at 9.0, we're right. So these are nice because they're small and I can see both of them at the same time. That's how I'm going to explain that. It's probably just a bunch of copium. I swear, guys, it works. It's great. I love my tool. It's the best. Again, any improvements, I'd love to hear them. Hell, you want to learn how to code and just do it for me? Just kidding. I'd never trust you with that. Yeah, we're going to be probably 0.1 off the entire route. And then I think we just stay on this 29.4. I think we just stay on this for another 10 miles. Maybe like this 29.4 at 29 we'll be on the lookout. Overall, I'm really happy with this. You serve eggs. No, I don't. You serve eggs. God, that's beautiful. Probably doesn't show up as well in the GoPro, but those snow-capped mountains are amazing.
Well, I don't know how much of that recorded on the GoPro. It was bugging out, so I guess we'll find out when we get home. But so far, so good. We got a little bit off on the odometer, but I think that was because of where I sliced the route together at the milestones. And so I imagine each one of those, it might get a little bit more and more off. Okay, the sheriff just came tearing by while I'm trying to do my spiel. Wonder where he's off to. So we'll see how that works out. If it gets more and more off, I'm not sure. GoPro cut out at one point, which sucks, but what do you expect? Just GoPro. I'm definitely in need of another camera, so we'll work with what we got here. But so far so good. Also, the jacket working out great. I discovered these little elastic bands and there's little hooks right here on either side. So instead of, having it turtlenecking you, keeping you sealed and warm, they're peeled apart and letting a little air go down the neck hole, which is awesome. So overall, definitely would recommend. Done basically everything I normally do on them besides get rained on. So maybe I'll have someone point a hose at me and we'll see how waterproof it is. Just kidding. All right, I'm going to change the GoPro battery and let's get back to the ride.
All right. Oh, maybe we'll find out what that sheriff was up to. I did one of those quick pretend you're taking a picture and not being a moto vlogger moments. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't say embarrassed, but I don't know. Embarrassed maybe is the word about filming in front of people. I don't want to be intrusive or cringe or perceived as cringe. All right, 32. Turn left onto something fork. All right. Turn left onto Third Fork Road. Third Fork Cabin, 13. This must be the turn. I don't remember this, but that's okay. I know the route goes all the way through. Cool. 32.8. Couple miles up here. Had I been out here and had to do this from memory from a year ago, I would have kept going straight. I don't really remember this. Which I guess is part of the fun. It's almost like it's new to me. Either way, it's an adventure. And that's what this is all about. Alright, somewhere up here, we're turning right to stay on this road. Alright, I assume this is the right turn to stay on the road. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Alright, 40 miles, head north. It's the same road. It's just the same road. Nothing has changed. Holy shit. Hi, cows. It's okay. Freaking cows in the middle of the road. Don't they know roads are for people? That is something you have to watch out for here, though, in Idaho. There's a lot of just free range cattle, and roads like this, they'll end up on them. Generally, they either just freeze, or if you kind of give them a little bit of the twisty throttle, rev at them, they'll run off. Never had any issues with them. Alright, our turn. I guess this is just head north at Third Fork. Oh no, I think it's up there. We'll see. We're at 0.2 miles over. And I think there's a fork right here. And one goes east. We're getting into some trees though. Yeah. So it's this here. You gotta head north, which is actually this. This is a little ambiguous, but I remember going up this hill. So we're gonna do it. I'm gonna see if I can do this while I'm going uphill. Slight left. Yeah, there's two of them, so this is the slight left. Oh, we need downshift or else we're gonna lose traction. Yep, perfect. Got another 5 miles. Now we're getting into a change of scenery. I love it. Oh man, I'm definitely feeling that, whatever that people say about miles per hour, because I'm having them right now. This is a joy. And just like that, the trees are gone and we're back to the sagebrush. Cool. Well,
I say that's good enough, mostly because you guys don't need to know where my family lives. So I'll do the last couple instructions on my own. Thanks, though. Overall, this has been a really cool experience. This tech works, or lack of tech works, let's say. I love it. I've definitely identified some things I want to improve. So there'll definitely be some more work coming over the next month on that. I'll just probably have a change log of some kind on the website so you can keep track of all the updates and stuff I changed. As far as the jacket, love it, would recommend it. I'll put a link in the description of this video along with all the other gear I use. So if you see anything that you're like, dang, if I would look 10% as good as he does in that, I want that. So you won't, by the way. You just can't. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. All that helps me out in the algorithm. And I'll see you all in the next adventure. Peace.